What's up, YouTube? First and foremost, shout out to all my subscribers. We're growing every single day. If you can, smash the like button, drop a comment. It really helps push my content out. I'm almost at I'm at 600, a little bit over 600 subscribers, trying to get to 1,000 so I can talk to you guys live and roll with you, and it'd be really, really cool. So all the comments and all the hitting the likes really does push my content. If you don't know what to put down as a comment, please just, a thumbs up, a smiley face. I respond to 99% of my comments. I know this video is a little bit later. I will be doing a cut screen showing all the snow. So this is the name of this video is Staying Warm Homeless. I figured I knew it was going to snow. I actually took a nap earlier, woke up, and it's pretty damn cold. I actually had to start my car, but I'm going to do a cut screen and show you the snow that's going on outside and around my vehicle and the truck stop that I sleep at. How do you stay warm when you're homeless, huh? Look at this. Sticking to the ground, but it's not like staying too much, turning it to frozen like sludge. But look at this beautiful, the way that it just snows. It just drops on you. At the truck stop, being homeless, living inside my car. Look at this snow. Look at this. Yeah, that's freaking cold, bro. I really hope this picks up on camera. Look how big and floaty the snow is, just coming through, and there's this peaceful sound with it. However, it is absolutely freezing. I'll roll my window down a little bit more and show you guys. Look at this. There we go. Look at that. Look how it's slowly dropping, and it's really big. There's just so much going on in the sky. Look at this. Can't even see the night sky. All you see is black. All the snow falling. This is inside stealth mode. I can't call it too stealthy, but the back window is actually tinted 100% darkness. But got my bed made right here. I have these things that go inside the windows. Front window. I can't show you the back too much because it's dark, but let me show you the snow going on outside. Normally I don't keep my window cracked like this, but I did this for now. I got the car running because it's cold. Well, now that you've seen those cut screens, you see how cold it is outside. You see the kind of snow on my vehicle, snow in the parking lot, the truck stop, all that good stuff. We'll be talking about staying warm homeless. So now it's actually 100% fitting with this weather. I mean, it's one thing me telling you when it's 30 degrees outside. It's another when it's snowing like this. You know what I'm saying? So I have my car set up, and hopefully I put a cut screen showing you, like I have my call my blinders, but basically my window covers over here. I have my bed made right here. I can actually reach from my trunk. I lay halfway in my trunk and halfway out. I use a 40 degree and a 40 degree and a 30 degree sleeping bag. I really should be having a negative sleeping bag because January and February it does get way colder than right now, which is like in the 30s, low 30s. It's like 31, 32. Nonetheless, I will double up on that, and then I have a comforter that I put my head on. I can't just grab the phone and show you back there because it's too dark. I only got this light right here, so I hope this light isn't messing with you too much. I know I got a glare in my glasses, but it is what it is. I do those two things, and then I run my car, right? And I can actually, my long arms, when I'm laying right here, I can actually grab my keys and start my car from there, and then let it run 20-30 minutes and turn it off. If it's really, really, really cold, maybe I let the car run longer, but I'm trying to save on gas, so I'm trying to heat the place up before I I don't want to waste gas, basically, right? So that's how I stay warm. Now at this point, don't be like, hey, now we know how you stay warm and leave. I want you guys to stick around because I'm going to be talking about a whole lot of stuff here. I'm going to be talking about other things that I've done, right? So I have other videos where I've been in a bando before. If you know what a bando is, it's an abandoned house, building. It's basically unoccupied place, right? And what I generally like to do is I don't find the bandos that have graffiti outside of there and that have been there for 10 years, 15 years that everybody knows about, because people show up there to party. Youngsters, gang members, people up to no good show up there. And then also, like the cops know about those spots and stuff like that. And also, they can be taken over by other homeless people. And I'm one person, right? It could be a group of 4 or 5 of them or more. You know what I mean? So I don't ever go for those abandos. What I go for is I go for like a fresh foreclosure, some pre-foreclosures, like if it's unoccupied, they've already left. And how I find them, the easiest way is I go to Zillow, or I'll look up on it's normally Zillow, and I'll look for a foreclosure that has recently happened. And then I check the area, okay, and it has the address on there, and all that stuff. I go and I scout it out, like how close are the neighbors? Are some of the neighbors not there? For my safety, and what I like to do is during summer, because I don't want to be running my air conditioning. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that balance. Like, okay, in the winter you got to run your car for the heat, and in the summer you got to run your car for the coolness, because it is really hard for me to go to sleep when I'm sweating, dude. Especially if it's 82 degrees outside. It's a lot hotter in my car when my car's not running, and anything over 82, I'm sweating, and it's not the best sleep, and it sucks. It feels miserable, and you're sticky. Being cold, yeah, you always having a sore throat, and it's so cold you wake up and you just can't move. You know what I mean? But I'll find a bando like that, and generally speaking, if it's summertime, I have a tent that I carry in my car just in case anything should happen in my car. I have a tent, and it's not winter. It's like using it in the winter, I'd ruin myself, but I use it for the summer. And I'll camp in the backyard in between like a shed and like the garage, or like by a fence. If it's a detached garage, maybe like a little hidden spot. Do that, and then peek into the windows and make sure that there's nobody really there, and stuff like that. And during the summertime, I don't need to go inside. You know what I mean? I'm okay with just camping outside, and then it's urban camping. During the winter, what I've done is normally the houses that I've camped out during the summer, I'll check on them, and I will know, hey, does it look safe in here? Sleeping wise, it feels like for me a little bit more risky, where it's like, I really do not want anybody going in there while I'm in there, because I have no idea if somebody walks in there, I have no idea what their intentions are. My intentions is to sleep and not be cold that night. My intentions are pure and good. Somebody goes in there looking to steal something from me, or run up on me, or let's say they're a bunch of drug addicts that are walking in there, or let's say they're law enforcement, whatever the case is. I don't want to find out. So I always have multiple ways of leaving. And that's one thing I try to do is like, if the window's boarded up, I will take almost all the boards off and having them hung in a certain way. And if I have to just jump right through it, I will. And then of course set alarms that are loud, like beer bottles or cans that are next to stuff. And if they hit it, that's all I need. I mean, like, I'm a light sleeper anyways. I'm a light sleeper, but definitely if somebody's being sneaky, I sense it. Like, I don't even gotta hear anything. I could just feel the tension in the air where I know that somebody's being sneaky about something. So those are some of the things that I do. I'm going to talk about some other stuff that I don't know if I would suggest or not, but it could be useful. If somebody, so we use hypotheticals here. If somebody was to get what's called a spoof card, or that's what I call them, it's basically a way that whenever you call somebody's cell phone, you make whatever number you want to show up as. There used to be a website, but I don't know. There's probably some free apps out there that does it. But nonetheless, if somebody wanted to, they could probably call a real estate agent from Zillow and use a spoof, make the number show a different real estate agency's name and call them and talk to them about some of the listings that they have that are unoccupied listings. So on Zillow, you look for unoccupied listings where there's no moving contingency with the homeowner, whoever owns that house doesn't live there. It's unoccupied. And then in that case, real estate agents have lock boxes out there, and the lock boxes have a lock key. The lock key are normally a 4-digit code. You could hypothetically call a real estate agent. So let's say that they're from Real Estate Amazing, and then you call from Real Estate Scams. And you call them from a different real estate agency, and you say that you are you are a buyer's agent only. You work at this real estate place. You're showing a client a few properties, and they're interested in that. You don't know if you'll have a chance to see it today, but what's the lockbox key number? And you'd be amazed. That same thing that I told you is how some people will sell a house that doesn't belong to them, or tell them that this house is about to be rent. If you leave me a deposit of $500, I'll let you rent this house, and the house not even belong to you. It's because it's actually being sold by somebody else, and somebody was basically able to social engineer. That's what I call it, social engineering a real estate agent, and it's quite simple. Real estate agents amongst each other tell each other what the codes are. In fact, they use a thing called the MLS, Multiple Listing Services, and Zillow is a part of MLS, but there's an MLS that is most of the time specific for real estate agents, and they have their own notes, and inside the notes is they are there is wiggle room on the bottom line of the house being sold, or this is some of the stuff that's gone on with the house, but inside a lot of them is literally the lockbox key number. So if you're a real estate agent or you have a friend that is one, you check the notes section on available properties, and when if you find an address in there, boom, there you go. Here's something crazier. These lockboxes belong to real estate agents, and real estate agents like to use a thing like that I call universal. The universal part of it is like it's kind of like having a universal password. So let's say, for example, you call this Real Estate Amazing place. I'm just making a fake name. You call that place, and that lady, let's say it's a lady or a guy, they give you what the code is for that property, right? There's 5 other properties that she's got open listings for. Chances are that whatever that key is for that code she just told you, it's for the other 4 properties as well. And you could even ask it, be like, hey, I also know that you got one on 123 Dirty Paper Street. If I bring my client over there, is that the same code for the lockbox? And then they're like, yeah, I use that code for every single one. Boom. That's a dark art secret right there. I think my last video I did was talking about the dark arts, and the dark arts I probably should have brought this up, but this stuff comes to me as I talk about it. I know that this video would be short if I cut it off right here, and I don't. But I don't want to cut it off right here, and I'm not going to. However, staying warm. I mean, there's only so much you can do. If you're in a car, if you don't have sleeping bags, you run it, right? If you if you need to go stay in an abando, you go stay in an abando, right? Let's say if you need to get inside of a real estate unoccupied home, that's one of the ways. I guess there's another way too. I mean, you check the door. I don't know what to tell you. Social engineering to a way to get inside there. If you know a real estate agent, like I said, in the remarks section, like over 80% of the real estate agents have what the lock key is. That's just the way it works. However, I want this to be a longer video, so I have some other content I'm going to be talking about, and I don't want you guys thinking that this is fluff and stuff like that. I just don't want to put a 10-minute video out. So rock with me. I'm going to be talking about some stuff that's going on with me. Should talk about it. I've been filling out tons and tons of applications, so I know this is a little bit all over the place. It's late at night, but basically I filled out a lot of applications willing to do about just anything because things aren't going so good with Uber Eats and DoorDash. There's been times where it has been good, and but lately, no. It's too many drivers, not getting enough offers, and then sometimes it's the offers I get are just so low paying and too far away that it would end up costing me money, costing me time, and putting me in an area that's just not good for deliveries. You know what I'm saying? But I've filled out lots of applications and I'm not getting anywhere. Like I'm getting emails saying people, they're passing. You know what I mean? And I'm also not getting emails or calls at all either. Maybe that'll pick up. Maybe maybe somebody will call me. We'll find out. But it's not looking good. And when I'm not seeing progress, that just means I got to double down, triple down. Really put the stuff out there. I've applied for no experience, work at home jobs, and figured, if they test my internet speed, I'll do it at my friend's house. I'll be if I have to stay, I do have some permissions where hey, if you were outside of our house and need to use our internet, that's no fault, no problem. I just don't want to be in the house while all day with them. That's their family. You know what I'm saying? But I would do that, test my if they tested my internet speed, so I get it. So far, nothing on that as well. So I filled out, and I have a clean background. I have good work history. You know what I mean? The trucking jobs, I've worked 4 different jobs in the last few years, right? So that doesn't look the best, but I do have good trucking experience. I'm really good at truck driving, regular driving too. I have no tickets, never been in trouble in a day in my life. Clean background, clean on drugs. Drug test, no problem. Hair follicles, no problems. That's another thing too, that some people, I've had maybe 2 comments saying, I bet the guy does do stuff. No, don't. I never liked any of that stuff and never would. And a lot of the places that I actually worked at, they required urine and hair follicle. And I know that I'm bald, and I didn't take hair from here. They take hair from your armpit or your shoulder or your back. In my case, they always took it into my armpits. And it's quite funny. However, that's what I do, and it's no problem. It sucks me thinking that I'm only ever going to be good for truck driving, and that all these places that I've been applying for, they're thinking, maybe they're thinking, this guy was a driver, that's what his latest stuff is. Yeah, I know that, for a while he's been doing gig apps, Uber Eats and DoorDash, but he's got solid years of trucking. Before that, he was in the medical field for over 12 years, same job, worked for the state. If you want to check out why I'm homeless, please, I have that video. Please go ahead and check it out. If you want to check out, why I quit trucking, you should probably definitely check that out. However, I'm not saying that I am going to go back to trucking, but I am getting very tempted. I would like, in a perfect world, I would like to not go back. In a perfect world, if I did have to go back, I definitely don't want to go back when it's snowing and icing out here, and running a commercial vehicle, OTR. I don't think I can do local. I know for a fact I can't do local and regional. I'm not going to let them, give me those crappy trailers that are against the law for me to take. I'm just not going to do it. I don't care how much money they pay. You know what? I have to sleep at the end of the night, and I do not want to put the general public or my fucking own safety at hand, and I'm not going to do it. And cost me my license that I worked so hard for. No, not going to do it. As far as what company would I look for, I have no idea. Maybe you guys can give me some tips. I would want it to be a mega carrier. I would want it to be, and why would I want a mega carrier? Because if there's a problem with my tractor, they can throw me a new one. If it's a bigger mega carrier, they take, in my experience, they take better quality of their trailers. They're not a small little company that you're just doing drop-in hooks and you're doing it broker loads. You're doing it from the open market and you're grabbing other people's trailers where it's power only, and then it doesn't, in those cases, those are the trailers that are trash. Those are the rust buckets. Those are the ones with the bad tires. Those are the ones that have no ABS brakes at work, drum brakes. They're the ones that have the trailer doors that are, you have to drop kick it to close the damn thing and be like, this is Sparta, and kick the damn things. I've had to deal with them, so I know, right? I have experience, and it sucks. But if you guys have suggestions, ideas, also if I did go into trucking, I would still make content. I would, I would still make YouTube. I could still do the stuff that I know on homeless. I basically at that point still homeless. I mean, I'm just living in a truck and driving a whole lot of miles and being treated like an animal. Truck drivers, in my opinion, are the most hated people in the world. All the cars hate me. It's more than hate me. They try to put me at risk, and they put themselves at risk trying to drive on the shoulder of me just to get around me. Illegally driving on the shoulder of a freeway to pass me. And I've actually seen firsthand, a trucker was driving, and I don't know if he was checking that mirror or not, checking his blindside mirror, but I know this much: he kept going, and that car got smashed and ripped in pieces. And I have no idea, but I would imagine anything that that touches tractor trailers, fine for the driver, the driver of the trailer. For everybody else, no. But I don't want to make the video too big and too crazy. I did want to make it more than 10 minutes when I just talked about warm stuff. So if you guys have ideas and suggestions, and if you would rock with me if I did that, I would like to see if things are going to get better. I would like to see if I can monetize myself a little bit quicker on YouTube so that I don't have to do that. The stress, the anxiety, the fact of feeling defeated, of like, wait a minute, this is all I'm ever going to be. No, I don't buy that for a minute. There's nothing like, I want to change the world, you know what I mean? I just don't want to change certain stuff, but I think I'm getting a little bit on the ranty side. But I do leave my Cash App if you want to bless me, if you want to show me some love. My Cash App is the same as my YouTube name, AlienAscend. I ask that you rock with me. Check my other videos out, and I just, thank you all for your support. It means so much to me. Thank you so much.